a part of what's going on and react to it at the top of the session. Okay, just gonna check to make sure both things are going up. An error occurred. Please try again later. Excuse me. So I guess we're not up on YouTube today. Um, what's up
Oh
with
no.
that?
I'm in the bottom corner on this.
The
You're in the
government's censoring.
corner.
It's the
Oh,
opposite of my Zoom.
maybe we are up on YouTube. I don't understand. Um, whatever. Well, if it is there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. Um,
I see us on YouTube.
is okay. Is then the app's being weird. How come everybody? Whatever this campaign is called, I already forgot. Bad luck gem. Um, uh, this is I was gonna say a silly little stream, but it's gonna be patently largely unsilly. This is a little slice of world, a little story that was incomplete that need to be completed, and we're gonna see the completion of the story through a couple of different frames of a couple of different groups of characters. Um, awesome. In case anyone doesn't know, my name is Jesse William. I am a professional GM, and that's the context for the stuff I just said. Um, we'll go around here, introduce three players from my community who are going to be experiencing this story together. Start at the top corner as always with Matt. Matt, say something about yourself.
Hello, I'm Matthew. I've played in a number of games with Jesse for like 2.5 years now, and I was also in the stream last week.
Hell yeah. Sam, say something about yourself.
I am Sam, and I've been playing games with Jesse for this is just like 3 years now. It's been a bit. It's been a while.
Been a
We
while.
here. We've been playing in many games.
We've been playing in many games. Um,
Mhm.
and last but not least is Arlo.
Hello, I'm Arlo. I've been playing games with Jesse since December 2023, so almost 2 years now. And we're here for a fun time, but not fun. Fun, but not
So
fun.
we'll see if there's fun.
I'm
We'll
here for
if
a time.
if possible,
Hey,
we'll put
guys.
some fun in here. Wonderful. So, um, we will. Oh gosh, what images do I want to start us with? Um, we'll see ship interior, seemingly daytime, maybe. Hard to tell. We're out in the cosmos. There's light. Outside of the window, we see massive, larger than skyscraper sized, 9-sided pillars. Hundreds upon hundreds of them, uh, just suspended in rows. We are in the divine domain of the God of order, and these are the pillars of order. Also, I'm going to try to hold the mic closer to my mouth because Sam often points out in the comments that I'm very quiet. I'm also going to try not to rub it up against my beard because I was getting a weird noise there. Close. Aboard the astral galleon, Gallant Entropy. This is the first mission after the galleon was nearly destroyed 9 or so years ago in a place called Actios. It was rebuilt, and this mission was supposed to be straightforward, mostly exploration, a small stop at the Pillars of Order as a favor, a kindness, to investigate on behalf, I guess, of the God of Order. The relationships are unclear and weird. Gods are abstract. And things have begun to turn. Logs from the first people experiencing the pillar started to come out and spread around the ship. And with that, a growing sense of discomfort. At the time that we pick up our session, the ship is calling for quarantine. As we begin to envision these interiors, it's very like Star Wars, Star Trek, largely clean, sort of white-looking things, very sci-fi, though important to know that everything actually is magic. The three of you looking out the window are in your quarters. There are 5 beds in here. 2 of your other squad mates are out somewhere. And down the hall, the other 9 rooms are the other 9 squads of your group. What do these 3 characters look like? And as this vibe is shifting from like, oh, it's lighthearted, we're going through the cosmos, no big deal, most people aren't even going to step off the ship, to something is wrong. What is the feeling?
Basil is a short, like 3.5 feet sort of rabbit person or Harengon, mostly white furred with a little bit of brown on his head and face. Um, he had entered here a little bit right before quarantine, having experienced stuff, or so he's already very uh tense and alert. His airs are up. He's very sort of um this not a moment to relax as he doesn't know whether this quarantine whether they're safe in this quarantine yet or not, as the peculiarities of how this spread is still strange.
Uh, Brian Lee is a average height human with like tan skin, short cut black hair, and I think he's pretty relaxed, at least until Basil comes in looking tense, and is probably like was sitting in his bed, like reading or interacting with something, and is maybe confused about the quarantine. The MEF hasn't had a disease they couldn't cure in an hour. So he's kind of just like curiously concerned, but not like actually.
Selenor Sanari is a much taller than average elf, pale skin, white hair. Um, it looks like it's recently been chopped short. Um, his eyes are a pale icy blue, with a flash that seems like they could change with depending on his mood, um, just from Fey ancestry. And Selenor has been keeping his eye on the readouts this whole time. He is in the know, he is concerned, he's locked in and just is not really prepared for what's going on. This is something that's never happened. And Selenor is about 130, so young for an elf.
Looking at the readouts, paying attention to the readouts. So there are 4 agents who were lost in the pillars. 1 extra agent had their suit compromised. I believe Mike's character last week was not technically an agent, so doesn't have an undersuit that'd be keeping track. However, Arthur, Andy's character, no, but he was also out of his suit, wasn't he?
Yeah, he took it off.
Yeah. So yeah, as far as make actually a two things. All three of you. No, actually, I'm gonna change that. If we're gonna start differently. I was gonna have everyone start with a luck roll, to see how things have gone so far. But actually, with this looking at the readouts, I'm gonna change direction. Arlo, if you could give me a luck roll.
Okay. All right. 223.
2, 2, 3. This is low stakes, so you only need one match in order to succeed. But if you fail, our stakes will change. Now, people at home who have no idea what they're witnessing may be wondering, what kind of luck check is this? This is the Legacy and Saga luck check system. Each side rolls 3d6, DM and player, and player is looking for matches with the DM. So I've rolled 3d6, Alice rolled 3d6, you rolled 2, 2, 3. I rolled 1, 4, 2. So one match, low stakes, good luck. You also might be wondering, hey, don't these characters have skills? Not that everyone knows this, but they're part of a extremely competent and powerful organization that the likes of which the cosmos has never seen. Shouldn't they have skills that apply? Unfortunately, this ain't about skills. The problems you'll be facing are nothing to do with your skills and everything to do with how lucky you get. So all I have to say, good luck. Looking at the scans or the readouts, currently there's nothing I think wrong with anyone who has their suit on. I think looking at whatchamacallit, being wise enough to keep an eye on the cells. Oh wait, no, but those would be already locked down with anti-magic. Dang it, never mind, I can't give you any information. So, reframing. Everything seems fine, but the vibes are off. There are also two groups, so 100 people who are going to be deployed to the Pillar of Order to like resolve whatever issue is going on. They seem to have figured it out. But there's something strange going on this ship, certainly. What is the conversation when Clover comes back in? The quarantine's announced. Or not Clover, Basil. Clover's son. What conversation might happen in this room?
The hell kind of disease did we get from the Pillars of Order?
It's not a disease from I take a moment to breathe. Like I was speaking with Ven, who was with the group that originally went into the towers, but it's not a disease per se, but it spreads similarly to one. At least it seems to spread through materials and contact from how people are reacting. But
what is spreading?
I try to think of what the one of the people said, and all I go is like it's some sort of magic consuming thing. But I didn't quite get the entire conversation, so I didn't know what was happening. But it's your mind and then your body unravels. They had it contained in a locked anti-magic room, but it it got out from there, so
How did it get out from there? Isn't that the whole point of that room?
I think if the people are talking or experts do not know what was happening, I was just listening to the conversation, so I don't quite know, unfortunately.
Well, if it escaped the anti-magic field in that room, and you say it's spreading quickly,
Well, I don't know how quickly it spreads. I just know that it spreads through contact and it spreads through materials. Someone
so
touched something and he threw his glove onto the ground instantly. Like I don't even know what extent of materials it can spread through. It could be.
You tell me it can spread through the whole ship.
I think that's why they are so quick at sending this team back in.
Well, I mean, they did quarantine. I'm sure they'll figure it out soon enough. Shouldn't be that problem.
as long as I guess we maintain protocol and we one don't touch anyone or anything besides our own items,
If
and
it spreads
we
through this bed right now, I guess I die. Like what? Come on.
It
we also
um
need to.
it seems to, from what I've the conversation, it seems to start targeting your mind first.
I still don't get what it was just in the pillar of order or something that just makes people turn into what spaghetti.
I haven't seen any of it firsthand, so I've as much as the logs say and then what Ven told me.
Is
Okay.
then okay?
She she's doing her job.
With that, we
I
need
think
to.
while we're here, maybe we can keep each other's minds sharp, and then we'll notice if something starts happening.
Sure.
Agree. That's a good idea.
But we're in quarantine, isn't it? It's like we have all this stuff for this.
I wasn't sure what was happening at first, but I've never seen Ven this concerned before, and I mean, you would know. I'm pointing at Selenor. She was also at Axios, and she
I've
felt
seen her in
concerned.
I've seen her in stressful situations. If she is concerned, then we know it is serious. But we need to stay positive, keep our minds sharp, and
I'm
ensure that
positive that's fine.
ensure that we are being careful and we are not contracting anything.
Contracting what? It doesn't even sound like a disease. Maybe somebody erased an important word on a pillar or something, and now nothing stays together. I didn't study that. That's not what I win the MEF for. Okay, I did not do the divine whatever stuff. It's not my thing.
I mean, the
Inner workings
pillars.
of magic or something. I don't know.
I've read that the pillars contain the ones that we're looking at contain things that are magically true, like names and contracts and things.
So if they took away a word of like, magic sticks together or something, now it's not sticky and it's slippery, so things fall apart.
I mean,
I'm
if a
waiting for one of you
single
guys to tell me I'm an idiot. Is that not what happened?
if a single
Well,
word is capable of that, that's both frightening and
Maybe it was a few
I don't
words.
know if it could be
Probably not a
possible. It
word. It
could
could be a few words. I mean, there's how many of those damn pillars and how many words on them pillars?
someone messed up with the wrong word out of all these billions of words.
Somebody explained to me once that the Pillars of Order is like the code for the world. So when you're making like an arcane enchantment or like runic stuff, it's like that, but for everything. And when you mess something up like that, you can blow up. So, maybe it just like people blow up. Did the people blow up? Do you know?
But they unraveled. The pillars,
What does
they
that
each
mean?
have
It's like,
someone
did they
watching
turn
over
into
them.
literal spaghetti of people?
I didn't see it firsthand, but how it
What
was
does the unraveling mean?
described unspooled spiral, but they seem to kind of float there. So there's not like wet spaghetti on the ground. It's sort of like floating spaghetti.
I'm not sure what's worse.
And then like
so it's
Venda
just
wasn't
like,
unraveling yet, but her mind seemed to be all over the place. Like she was in Actio, she was at her wedding, she was thinking I was Clover. So
Look,
we
I don't want
didn't
to
punish
disrespect her, but
them.
were they brought her back on duty? One of the people that survived Actios?
They brought me back. Yeah. They needed bodies and they needed competent soldiers, and
Competent
it,
soldiers.
it at least for me, they put me through the ringer to see if I was cleared to go, and somehow I passed. So here we are.
Something isn't adding up. Maybe she's just wasn't as ready as she thought she was.
Ven is she seemed capable to me, and they checked her out. If they didn't think she was the right person to send back there, they want to have.
All right. So people turn into spaghetti, and their souls, we still retain their souls like usual, or what's happening with that? Because that's the bad part.
Or did it seem like there's, or from what they described, their soul unraveled itself to where they wouldn't have been recoverable?
Basil's like, I know as much as these readouts. I think it's too early to know anything beyond what we
All
all
I'm
know.
saying is I had some
I don't
demons
think we're
turn my
solving
brain to
anything
soup
from here right
before.
now.
So like I
No.
can survive without my head. That's fine.
Mm,
Well, they'll bring me back, sort of thing. I've had some demons turn my brain to soup, and I didn't know what the fuck's going on, and then they fixed it. That was in the all the different testing stuff, false deployments, whatnot. So I'm sure it's just something like that. People fucking with their brains. But if their souls are fine, it'll be fine.
have you ever been have you ever been reprinted before?
Once.
Mm,
Felt funny.
not a fun feeling. Had it done a few times, but hopefully the whatever this unraveling is, hopefully it doesn't feel like that.
I mean, if your mind goes first, maybe you won't feel nothing.
Perhaps.
I mean, that's what I read breaks people more than anything else. The dying part's easy. It's the pain part and watching other people die part. That part sucks. But if you're dead, hey, you're not gonna feel nothing. You're gone.
I don't know if your mind's gone, more like if it's working
You don't
like
tell
how
me
Ven
that my brain's gonna
described.
turn into little
Now
piles
you
of
might
things
just
that can
be
feel stuff.
experiencing your fifth birthday
That's not bad.
As
and
you're
dying for the first time.
having this conversation, I'll do a little cutaway here. I just knocked my friggin' chair. Starting with one of the health and well-being officers who went to check on the single, or not the single agent, but one of the agents who returned from the Pillars of Order, who had abandoned their suit. I almost said soup, but I saved it last moment because I realized that they're similar but different words. Following this from an hour or more ago, we see him walk into the room with many holding cells. We see the back of this agent looking at the back wall. Maybe there's a window, probably a window. And we see he knocks on the wall or on the glass. And she turns around and her arm is coming apart. And just kind of looks spacey.
That seems bad.
This is
Oh, sorry.
Cut away.
My
Does seem
bad.
bad. You're right. He walks out, touches a tablet from an assistant, types a couple of things in for a report, and hands the tablet back to the assistant. They go in separate directions. The assistant goes to the cafeteria on the ship, and we watch 15, 30 minutes later, the tablet begins to malfunction. Little cracks in the magic. As this assistant and another person are trying to interact with it, figure it out. I want each of you to roll a d6 for a luck check, so a little group luck check, to see where in the ship the assistant, or how close in the ship the two people who interacted with this tablet are.
I was supposed to be in quarantine. What are these guys doing? Got a 1.
4,
3.
3, 2, 5, 5. We see the agent who was helping out this assistant, trying to interact. One of the combat techs. We see let's say like a turtle-esque figure. So like very wide back. The undersuit has to go over shell type thing. Had a couple little tools that were like trying to figure out and prod and fix this thing, but seemed just like a malfunction. I think number one, he took the tablet to the rec center, requisitions center, for them to deal with it, and then he has now returned to this wing as he's in your group. One of you roll me a d8.
All right, I got it. 6.
6. Pretty good. He is 6 rooms down. So completely unbeknownst to you, everyone, like all of you are, there are many hallways filled with, I guess two, I have notes on this, but it's like extensive notes on how people are organized, but I believe it's one hallway, two sides with 10 rooms on each side for two groups, five people to a room. So the other two squad mates were quarantined somewhere else on the ship at the time that went down. There's maybe like 70 to 80% of the agents who are assigned to these quarters, who are actually in their quarters. A couple of people spread out. 6 rooms down. Most of the people at the point of quarantine are staying in their room, but there are some people who are like, walking between rooms, because it's just the wing, right? Walking between rooms and just like, hey, like, do you know what's going on? But are the 3 of you largely staying in this room?
Yep.
Yeah, from what I learned last time, I'm like, we ain't letting anybody into this.
Yeah, no, the door is locked.
Door closed.
Uh,
Hell yeah.
I
I
did
didn't
say
wanna leave
something to Ven
anyways, I was
last
reading.
time, which is I might send a chat to people in other rooms nearby just to check in them as things go.
Mhm.
Just to
Hell yeah. I think this collective failure, to be spicy about it, I'm gonna increase the stakes for everyone here. But you have your door locked, so that's important. How much are you? Arlo, how do I say your character's name? Salinor?
Sailor.
Salinor. Okay. How much is as this conversation begins to get going, is Salinor still looking at the like checking logs?
As the strategist, absolutely.
Okay.
He always has to be in the know.
Especially of the people like in your wing for sure. Okay.
In
Wonderful.
our wing, and keeping track of people that he knew in Actios as well.
Give
So
me a
let's
luck
go.
check.
1, 3, 4.
2, 3, 6. So now with higher stakes, this is mixed luck, which means good and bad. Yeah. Okay. Someone will knock on the door, and then there's probably like a little like interaction pad on either side. We'll press the pad as to like speak into the room, and we'll say, does anyone in here have any insight into what's going on?
Um, I'm assuming our like readouts, are we able to like press something to speak back?
Yeah,
Kind of
yeah.
project.
Mhm.
I'll click it. Keeping an eye on the logs, but so far, not much. I
People are
recommend
turning
staying.
into spaghetti.
What?
You heard me.
Sure, man. Great. Selenor, as you as they kind of ask, moves your mind back to like it'll check the readouts of the wing, and there's an agent whose suit is malfunctioning.
Can I click specifically on that person to see if I can pull more information up?
Yeah. What kind of information? Is it just like general, like deepening, like personal understanding, or are you trying to solve or like figure something out here?
Uh, Trying to figure out what's going on. So why is the
Mm.
suit malfunctioning? What about it is not working right so
Uh,
that we can keep it right?
yeah, I think he's probably submitted a log himself. that's just reporting like um parts of the magic of this suit are just failing, are just shutting off. Like the connections are being interrupted. Um, uh, and yeah, it's just beginning to like break or malfunction. It's maybe there's like suspecting, very convenient that this person is like a combat tech to begin with. Suspects like some kind of cascade failure, like a could be like repurposed something that was recovered from Actios that maybe is you know, but yeah, is basically disenchanting.
I will repeat that out loud to Basil and Brian as I'm reading it.
He's in our wing.
Is he in our ring?
Yeah, 6 rooms down.
Well,
A
if
few rooms down.
I guess we shouldn't jump to anything, but if you keep an eye on that, if you notice a second one, then maybe there's something. I think there's some people in this wing who might be in a. I went to the academy together. I might text them to see well message them to see how they're doing and maybe see if anyone's
Go ahead.
acting weird.
Go ahead. Um, uh, basically give me a luck check.
Got this.
Go, Basil, go.
113.
366 mixed luck. Um, yeah, you begin to text people in the wing who you know from the academy or elsewhere. You know, like it's been like a day or so, like a day and a half before things start getting weird. Maybe almost 2 days. So you know, like you've had time to like go around and meet people. You know, this is as much about chemistry building and camaraderie as it is about anything else. For a mission like this. So you text some of the people that you've talked to. Um, uh, everything seems um normal, but I think one person, you start communicating and like you're asking questions back and forth, um, and they'll be like, goodness, how words do. Like ask you about, oh, like what do you know about like what's happening, and you'll describe, okay, like disenchanting, like magic stuff, like anti-magic. And they're like, oh,
Oh,
I think that's what's happening. Like, do you think that's what's happening with this guy in this room?
I don't want to concern anyone. So I'm like early to tell, but another thing is people's minds seem dazed or confused as time seems weird. So it just keep talking to your friends, and if they start acting strange, then
Um, he'll or whoever they are will message back. Got it. Won't say too much. Um, and then close the chat.
do I know where the person I spoke to was in the same room?
Not in the same room, but like across the hall. And like one to the left.
Hmm. Like similar, so someone I was talking to said they had some malfunction in their room as well,
Well,
but they're like,
sorry to be clear, they know about the person in the other room.
oh yeah, okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
not a new person.
because
Okay,
of
just
because of the proximity. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, there's only so long we can talk about this because you guys want to play a game or something to keep our minds focused here.
What sort of game do you have in mind?
now me as a person, like what sort of talking games that basically
Two truths and a lie.
look at this.
There's like never have I ever.
I think you figure something out. It's time to kill.
Yeah. It's mostly just
Yeah.
I want them talking, so
Yeah.
if it would be easier to identify if
Yeah.
someone of us starts acting weird if we're talking.
You
Um,
tell us that guy's shit was disenchanting?
Say the Norse shared that. Um, when he
And
learned it.
then Basil confirmed that somebody else was seeing that.
Uh,
Someone else also just heard about it
Yeah.
because they were nearby.
So you didn't want to tell that guy he was infected? It really sounds like he was.
I'll
They want to go,
before
hey, maybes don't interact with people.
before
What?
we yeah, before we get into a game, I will send a message out to the combat tech officer. Um, and I will say, hello, I noticed that your suit is malfunctioning on the systems. From what I've heard, that could be a sign of whatever's going on. If you haven't already, please stay in your room.
I think to follow that mixed luck, by the time your message gets through, um, the tech is so broken down that it doesn't come through. And we'll zoom in into that room, or actually across a couple of different people in their undersuits. The very beginnings of a couple of different, just small, tiny, tiny, tiny runes beginning to disenchant across 8 or 9 different people. Everyone in that room, 6 rooms down, is beginning to experience it, but hasn't noticed yet. But yeah, you send the message, and the 3 of you begin to talk a little bit to try to pass the time. I had something just a moment ago, but then I forgot. So now you guys can play a a word game, truth and a lie or something. Or it's this a fun one, $1,000,000 but. So it's like you get $1,000,000, but once a year you have to fight like a cat-sized spider. It's like something like that. Take it where you will.
$1,000,000, but you got to be in the room with a challenger for 30 seconds.
For 30 seconds?
Oh,
Hell
that's
no,
easy.
dude. Hell no. Even if
That
you survive, he comes back and he hunts you down. That's a terrible
That's
deal.
that's if you kill him.
yeah.
What
You
are
gotta
you? You're
kill.
gonna die otherwise. I mean, come on. It's a challenger devil. Ain't nobody 1v1s one of those things.
You just have to stay there long enough to analyze their movements to dodge them.
For 30 seconds.
Yes.
You said you were in Actios?
Yes.
Yeah, and how long do you think? I'm sorry. No, ain't no way.
$1,000,000, but you have to go through the academy once a year, every year.
That's
Just
probably
just the exam.
fine. Wait, once a year, every year? That's like most of the year.
Well, no. You go through the final exams once a year,
Final
every year.
exams. That's not bad. That's just doing another deployment. I'd take that.
Yeah. I mean, once you've seen her face stuff yourself, the simulation, It's intense, but
All right, $1 million, but you have to be in a room with 3 people and not talk for an hour.
Done.
don't you do that like once a day when you're reading a book?
Yeah, pretty much.
Are there
You just want $1 million.
are there any other
I don't know,
stipulations?
man.
Like,
I'm
do we
bored.
just have to sit there and stare at each other for an hour?
Did that guy get your message or whatever?
It
Wait,
didn't deliver.
Well, it did deliver.
It, oh,
He
but it
just
doesn't say it.
yeah, exactly. Can the group roll me another luck check? Each of you 1 dice.
Oh, y'all, we need good luck.
Jesse and Larry, it's easier to kill us if we do group checks.
I can take advantage of them if they roll together. Divide the
Ooh.
luck.
man, Jesse hasn't been making me roll any of these.
You
No.
haven't really prompted to do anything yet.
That's
3.
fair. This
Um,
guy is he ain't
6.
a thinker.
6.
Sam, what's your dice?
2.
2.
2, 3.
2, 3, 5. Good luck.
Good luck.
Your door opens.
Oh no. I'm shutting that.
As you look over, you see that the screen on your end, like your interaction pad, is like blinking a little bit.
Oh, it has some issues. I look and I'm
Don't touch
like,
it.
are we? I don't know how much safe this room is anymore.
You said it spreads through anything?
Yeah, maybe the person who
Fuck.
touched it from the outside.
I know I was joking about being fine about being turned into soup. I didn't actually want that to happen.
We gotta leave this
Okay.
room without touching the door.
Okay. Don't touch anything. We're gonna go find an empty room.
Ah, fuck. Okay.
And I'll put commands in my watch to open.
Wait, I got a good idea here. Everybody put on an overcoat and then take it off after we get out of here. Maybe it'll help buffer something. I don't know. One more thing to go through, another layer. Can't hurt.
You see, as you open the door, or the door is already open. Coming out into the hall, there are a couple of people who are just like leaning up against, like maybe like 2-3 people who are out in the halls, just kind of like talking. And there's a little bit of like commotion a couple of rooms down, as you just hear like kind of loud conversation, and someone's like, I think something's wrong. Hey, you're right here type thing. Like something's wrong the down the hall.
If
Don't go down that way.
not
We're going.
another room, what are other good places of quarantine? Like a simulation room place? Like what are? That's what I'm thinking. You
Yeah.
guys like.
Where we
Where
don't
else?
have to touch anything.
Yeah, I'm like I think.
You could try to locate like a part of the ship in which no one's currently experiencing any
Yeah.
problems.
What if you do?
Can I send a message to like commanding officer and be like, our wing is compromised. People are having problems. And like do the actual like send the message
Yeah,
along while these guys
yeah.
are like, where should we go?
You know
I'm
what,
like,
we're
we have a
going.
thing for this.
Yeah. First of all, yeah, all three of you make a luck check. So 3 different luck checks.
I'm rabbit hopping through that door, not touching the
Each of us
ground.
roll 1 or
Each of you roll like your own individual luck check.
Okay.
here we go.
Come on, dice.
Okay. Oh, I'll type mine in.
I can't see the chat because
Yeah.
Can't see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Where?
Um,
What? Are you rolling 3 times or 1 time?
I'm rolling 1
3
time.
dice.
Okay. 1, 2, 5.
Okay.
1, 4, 5.
Okay.
6, 6, 1.
Okay. 4, 5, 5. So good luck for Selenor. Mixed luck for Basil, which is second mixed luck.
Oh no.
And bad luck for Brian.
Oh
Um,
no.
I thought you said 1,
4, 5, 5.
Four-
Did
4,
you
5, 5. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said 1, 4, 5.
Basil, and Brian. It's smart to put on like an extra layer. However, there are parts of the ship that are just material that aren't magic, so it's less clear like what is and isn't
Yeah.
infected.
Don't know where this man walked.
Parts of the floor. Both of you will end up stepping on a part of the floor. But you might realize later to take a layer off or whatever. Brian, you send a message to a commanding officer. Roll me another luck check here. You're now at you're at high stakes.
I told you this guy was going to die right away. 2, 3, 4.
3, 4, 6.
We're staying on that.
He'll say, or whoever your commanding officer is, will correspond with you back and forth a couple of times to be like, how many people seem to maybe experiencing? How many do you think? Are you
Pretty much everyone else in here.
Yeah. Do you think you're safe?
I think he thinks about how the door just opened and then the pad flickered on somebody, or whoever's pad
Well,
flickered.
it's to be clear, there's on the wall beside the door. There's a pad on either side to interact. So that was what was flickering.
Could have been the outside causing the flickering.
Uncertain. Our door got opened by whatever was happening, and we are in that room. So I don't know. Probably just assume that we're got it too. That's the best way to do this.
I will say, because good luck here. You make the suggestion, like, can we leave if we remove our layers? And he will approve, but only for your group who's one of the only ones in this wing actually isolating the whole time. So like guaranteeing a lack of contact.
Yeah, we have not interacted with anyone up to this point.
Yeah.
Yep.
They'll send out a message that a request has been put in for the three of you elsewhere for like X reason, as to not cause panic amongst anyone. But you know very well that like everyone in this wing potentially is compromised. And if this problem isn't solved, then that's almost 100 agents, or I guess like if 70, 80%, 80 agents gone. Someone else will open the door for you so that you don't have to interact with anything. You step outside, it will close, and then you can like take
I think
off.
Brian would want to take off stuff before going through.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, time to go in our undies and just
Yeah.
take
Well,
off stuff.
stripping
'Cause I
at the
don't-
last
I think
second, then stepping over. I'm assuming they have
Yeah.
new undersuits for us.
They wouldn't know. Undersuits are very expensive. They wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
provide
But
new
just
ones.
Okay,
new
stripping
clothes, at
everything
least.
except the
Yeah.
undersuits.
Yeah.
I think here when we were like stripping out on ours, I might consider be like, I'll take off my shoes too and other stuff. Any exterior
Yep.
thing.
Yep, shoes
Oh,
off.
sure. And then that's when Brian takes off his shoes. He wasn't going
Yeah.
to.
Can all of you make another luck check?
Each individual or one
Each
die?
Nice.
individual.
Okay.
Okay.
Call them out when you have them.
136.
165.
162.
We need that
The
1-6. We all
1-6s
got
are
that
here.
shit.
We need the 1-6.
The 1-6s are here.
First number 1.
Okay.
Second number 3. Last number 4.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, poor
Brian
Brian.
and Basil are both up to high stakes, I believe, at this point, because Basil had 2 mixed luck checks,
Yeah.
and then Brian just had a failure. The two of you, as you step out of your clothes, or out of the undersuit and the boots, we, although like, if we're imagining this to be a movie, the framing of shots would be very important, because there's not always a way to tell how and where this is being spread. I think we watch Selenor do like a little bit of a jump across the threshold of the door. Even like clearing to the other side of the hallway, just to ensure, like, yeah. Basil and Brian do like a large step, and as we see their feet step in about the same place, and like the shot really holds on it. But the three of you continue. We'll say, for the convenience of this, that the your wing is at like the end of the all of the rooms. So immediately you're in like a new section of the ship. Probably not far from where like the cafeteria is, where there are probably has been emptied. There's people quarantining maybe around the kitchen and a couple of areas around. But yeah, so you guys, I think, no, they would know that the cafeteria is a sort of common, goodness, why can't I think of words?
You're like a
Common
locker.
transmission area, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's probably some kind of
Something
area.
small. Not a lot of people can be in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Supply closet.
Yeah, something like that. Wonderful. You'll make your way to whatever that room is. Knowing that there are fewer and fewer areas available. What does the conversation look like as you are on your way? So you're passing through the cafeteria, which is dead empty, which is like itself kind of haunting, because it's a staple of like the astral galleon experience of like everyone is congregating here all the time. Like there's a 24/7. There's 200 people in here hanging out. As you walk through this sort of emptiness, go ahead, Arlo.
Do not touch anything. Keep your hands close to you. If you scrape something, let us know so that we can strip whatever we have left.
What about the ground? All right.
We can only do so much.
We're gotta last until the teams return from the pillars, solve whatever's in there. Basil's thinking, they're just like, once again, let's talk about something. So he's got to turn to Brian, be like, we at this point have only been in the squad for a little while. I'm 21, so this is probably like my first deployment. So I'm like, Brian, what I don't think we ever talked about what interests you into joining the MEF.
Boy, I don't know. It was a bit of a family thing. A lot of us that went into this, and my brother went into it. sister went into it, and I was like, I guess I should go into it. Uh,
I can understand
my
that. I have a lot
parents,
of I have a lot of family in it too.
yeah, they retired. But then my dad, heard about Actios, so he got back into it, and for Actios, and obviously he didn't get out of Actios. Uh, and my mom was like, the rest of you guys shouldn't do that, and we're like, but we should do that. I don't know. I really just am a follower at the end of the day.
And my dad was also in Actios.
Would
And
Salenor have known Clover? Question, Jesse.
Make
that or one of the other
uh
50 rabbits.
a non-contributing luck check, which is to say that if you fuck this up, it's not going to be
It does
bad
not
for you.
affect our states.
Yeah, it does
Okay,
not
good.
affect your stakes.
You don't get zero
One,
matches, you probably know so.
1, 3, 4.
Uh, 366. Those are the sixes he needed before. I think you've heard of him. Clover was there. There's like 50 or so
Yes.
standout agents. A handful of them being
Shut up.
commanders. Clover was one of the commanders who was like up front, like crazy, and also like part of a huge family. I think you'd know. What's the other last name in the family?
It also has a star name. Let's see. It's in that list of all the people who were dying in that. Where's the
I think I have
MEF
The list of the
chat for
people that
it?
were dying.
all the people that were dying. It's Celeste.
How many rabbits did I know?
Yeah,
Celeste.
you
Tw
probably fought.
21 of my relatives died in
Yeah.
acting.
You probably fought with an Estrella or a Celeste, and by extension heard about Clover.
I knew a few.
Yeah, I think it used to be that most of us would join, but I think lately um there's been a like you, some of us were less of us have been joining, but I wanted to follow Clover's footsteps, and
Mm,
I still have Ven's my godmother, so
Yeah.
I think that was the only reason why my dad let me join, was that he knew Ven would be on the same ship as me.
I lost a lot of family in Actios as well. My brother and sister, my parents, an aunt and uncle, their older daughter, and then my grandparents left retirement and rejoined similarly to some of your family, Brian. None of them made it. I was the only member to make it out of Actios.
Well, that means you gotta get out of here to
By the gods, I'm going to try to make sure my baby sister doesn't join.
worst case scenario, put on a mask and jump out a window.
Let's
Honestly, we should just like turn off gravity in the whole ship and let everyone float around or something.
Well, just wait for the unraveling to turn off the gravity system.
There you go. Yeah, sure.
actually that
I am more concerned than I was initially in our room, to be clear. Can we check see if that team that went to the order thing are they spaghetti or did they actually figure it out?
um, I'm gonna open my comms on my tab
Any new logs?
and
Um,
once we find a safe space, then
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
pop.
yeah. Okay.
Or if any of the people that were
So that
bringing
we're
us
not
to
running
our
into people
spot.
while we're
Should,
standing.
should we make
Yeah.
a group log if we got on that ship? It was
I think the teams currently in the Pillars of Order, there are a couple of malfunctions already. To be fair, it's like been like a couple of hours. It's been like 2 hours or so. So they've been at it. Um, it seems to be like things are moving forward, but there's some challenges certainly. Unclear like how well they think it's going. As you look further into it, as you're like walking, just hoping to get a little more insight. And pulling up some of the logs, like trying to problem solve, right?
Yeah.
I'll give you a couple of things. Number one, Ven, who was in the pillar, on the first excursion, where it was just 2 squads, had some magical interaction with one of these beings, like a divine entity who was infected by this unraveling. To try to understand, did like a mind meldy, like detect thoughts-esque spell. And that's how her mind got rearranged. She some reverberance of the spell, or like pushback, caused her memories to be reordered. And so it's, as far as she's aware, she might as well have just came out of Actios and also had her 5th birthday, as was said earlier. But when they were trying to figure out what was going on with her, they realized there was like a pattern to it. There's a function, a pattern, like a fractal to the unraveling, which they suspect is why the regular anti-magic couldn't work, is because it wasn't following the pattern. And so they've built the device with a couple of safeties to take into the center of the pillar, because apparently from one of the other logs, there's a being at the center of the pillar causing this. So they're taking this device to this being and hopefully going to reverse everything. So it's like there's complications on that mission, but it seems straightforward. Give me
So if there's a being doing it, there's like definitely something attacking
well,
the pillars themselves, or doing something that changes the order of things.
there's something. The suspicion right now is a boundless demon. Actually, I said that last game, but
Yeah, that was
I
their initial thoughts.
I should double check something, because this might be too early in the timeline for because
For boundless demons to exist.
yeah, it's either they're like very recent or about 200 years old.
So unbound they cheat time.
So bad they changed time. Let me double check. And then I'll have to amend the oopsie. If so.
Well, I know boundless demons fought in the war.
75, 86.
Yeah, 75 something.
Yeah, and this is 77, 21.
So they exist.
So yeah, they've existed. So yeah, suspicion is a boundless demon. This is a new effect that they've yet to see, or some development. That's the working theory. Give me Selenor, another luck check. And are we at still regular stakes for you? Or yeah, I think yeah.
No regular stakes.
Yeah.
I've had 1 mixed luck and then 2 good lucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one more mixed luck would take you up.
1, 4, 5 again.
3, 5, 6. Do you want safety and misinformation, or information but not safety?
That's a really good question.
Fun fact, you're not safe in the first place.
I'm not safe in the first place.
It's really just short or long term, I guess, is what we're bargaining on.
I think Selenor would be taking extra precautions and trying to be safe. So I will go with safe and misinformation.
Well, it's not necessarily about again, it's all luck. It's not necessarily about Selenor's intentions. So it's Arlo's personal ones.
Yep, Arlo's personal ones. We want longevity
Okay,
here.
okay.
We
Cool.
want to last as long as
We want to
possible.
last to 9 p.m.
Folks, this session could end at any moment. Wonderful. You make it to whatever next location you're supposed to go through. No issues in the cafeteria, despite the sort of haunting feeling. I will have the group roll one more luck check as we arrive on location. I'll
Need a
call
new
it down the
D6 for
middle between
this.
your stakes, so we'll call it as regular stakes still.
So we're each rolling one die this
Right, each
time,
rolling
or-
one dice. Yes.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Let my axolotl bless it first,
3,
and then
3,
No,
5.
5,
I hate having multiple of the same.
3, 4, 4. Mixed luck.
Close.
Ugh.
I think you get to the location. There's another agent who is walking towards it, or walking in your general direction.
Take them out.
You see, as you come put hands up, see an elf. You see, she will say, kind of paler skin. You stop. She'll say, "Sorry, I'm looking. Something's going on.
Please speak quicker, like you're okay.
Sorry?
Fuck.
Something is wrong. Return to your quarters. Don't interact with anyone. Do not touch anyone.
Make a luck check."
I'm like, do you remember what our mission is? Where's she? Where's Amanda?
Don's like, oh no, not this too.
5, 5, 1.
1, 5, 6.
Hey,
She'll nod and kind of back up, but she's knows something's wrong. She'll back up a couple steps, and then I think just kind of stay still and let you go by, and close whatever like remaining 50 feet. We'll say to the room. I think there's the problem of like processing full information, right? Like she's not gonna figure out like where she's supposed to be on the ship. But will like not give you trouble. You head back, or not head back, head to this like next location.
can I call back to them and just stay in the cafeteria. Don't leave.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's for Taco Tuesday there.
Yeah.
It would be
Taco
worse if he wanders
Tuesday.
around. So if she just stays there, that's better.
What's the equivalent of Taco Tuesday? I forget the days of the week.
Oh yeah, Ilter maybe.
Filter?
Taco Hilter.
Ilter Iacos.
Or,
Ilto Habanero Tacos.
Habanero. Yeah.
But yeah, so you make it into this, a little like supply room, maybe even like this could be like food storage or something. It's some kind of like magical producer thing. Maybe even because a lot of this is magic. One of the like devices that just magically appears the food, the maintenance room for it. Which a lot of magic being in here, you can look around and see that there's like no interference, nothing's going on here. So it's like, okay, confirmed, safe, everything's working.
Get in. We're locking the doors. Is there a way to like change the passcode on the door from where we are so that sure no one breaks in? Or
Probably
make it
someone
look like
break
it's
in.
shut off on the outside so that no one will
I
try to come.
think that would be mostly a tech person's job.
Yeah.
You could try, but that would be another luck check, and that would cause it's playing with
Could
the
cause
stakes.
issues.
You're most
I-
likely to
He'll
fuck up.
think through this and then go, I'm not equipped for this.
How do we feel
Hmm.
about me making a sandwich?
Is there sandwich supplies in this
Well, there's the
room?
machine that
Uh,
makes the food. Could probably get a panini or something.
if I don't think I can stomach anything right
I
now.
want to die eating a panini if I'm gonna die. I'd rather be full, as it were.
Hmm. I mean,
Did y'all ever go to
if the synthesizer starts breaking, we know something's wrong.
Please,
did y'all
God.
ever go to
Pots,
the
please don't kill my sandwich. And I go make a sandwich.
while he's making this sandwich, have y'all ever gone to the Infernal Taste?
Yeah, some people in my group brought us over there.
My
Just
I
like
had,
first week.
I had some friends who did the same for me, and when my younger brother and younger sister joined the academy, I took them there as well. I could go for some curry right now. Or
I can
not
make
not
that.
I could
It's the last
I could
opportunity to ruin your taste buds.
Um,
not true.
Arlo, can you make, uh, for being in this room with these two, just one more luck check?
Honey, good luck.
Unfortunately, the people you're traveling with are the ones that are gonna get you.
Gonna kill me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a 156.
155.
Woo-hoo!
Okay, we'll continue the scene. Brian will go make the um uh like infertile curry, spiciest thing. The effect is traveling up their feet and like through their legs. And so like we'll move slowly from hand to hand. You'll be very lucky to not step in the same places that they're stepping, but you right now you have
Yeah,
no idea.
Stalenor is staying
Yeah,
exactly where he is.
yeah.
He's not moving around.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
is being
I'm just sitting on one of, if it's a supply room, I'm small. I can sit on one of the
Yeah.
But
But yeah,
big
so the three of you get your food, begin to chill, and just kind
Yeah.
of shoot the shit.
Stalenor's
wasting
not
time.
eating, he's just smelling it.
I'll be honest, we should have gone here first when we quarantine, because quarantining where the food is, now that's a good idea. And I think he
Basil's
has like
also
a
too
Shaggy
stressed.
style like stacked sandwich that's just fucking massive that he's trying to eat.
Salenor, while like listening and like talking, he's gonna start writing a log,
Mm.
just documenting what's happened so far, what they've witnessed, just kind of going through the steps.
Mm.
And he'll also like turn on it like an audio log, just to keep it going as well.
Yeah. You
So
have
that
like maybe a little tablet that you took with you, in absence of the suit.
tablet, I got my reader,
Yeah.
got all that.
Oh
Whatever.
yeah, you mind typing one for me? I don't have any of that.
The audio is recording, so
All
I
right.
I can add your numbers
Yeah.
to it so that we're looped together.
Basil Estrella also here.
Yeah, Brian Lee, BLT 696742. Eating them. Not a BLT, actually. This is a different sandwich. That's a little confusing, but
Having Brian and Selenor here is slowly inching me to also have an accent. The same.
Sailor Sonari SAI 197004.
we are the
Basil
only
Estrella.
survivors of wing, whatever number wing we were.
Wing
We're the
7.
last survivors on the ship. Sorry, that's some
We're not the
misinformation.
last
Don't listen to that.
survivors.
Probably the last ones at the wing, though. That's for sure.
If
Um,
we aren't already infected, whatever it is.
I kind of did want to see someone turn into the spaghetti. Is that weird? Like a morbid curiosity. You've seen people die in a bunch of different ways, and you're like, well, that's new.
I mean, I think while deaths happen differently every day, seeing people die is still not. I've never gotten the stomach for it. And I've been a part of the MEF since I was 31. So just
Yeah,
shy of
I'm
a
not
100
saying
years.
it's a good thing. Just like, if I'm gonna see it, might as well. It's an experience thing.
Well, if worst case scenario, one of us will see the others happen to it first.
I want to take a bet.
Oh boy. You remind me of my brother. Go ahead.
What would be a good bet? We don't really need money.
I
Uh,
got two lucky rabbit's feet on me.
your feet, you're betting your actual feet.
Now there's
Wow. Uh,
how about with that food synthesizer, you get you synthesize the spiciest thing.
oh, that's a good idea. What would we
And
have to
whoever's
eat it
last,
if we were turning into spaghetti?
oh, that's true.
Or if you turn into spaghetti, do you lose the bet?
As this
Well,
conversation's happening, Selenor, as like the you're talking about the food synthesizer, you look over
I
and there's a light that you thought would have been on before that's off.
don't eat anything else. The light is not on.
What light? Which one? Looks around,
On the
Sam.
machine.
On the machine. Yeah, I turned it off afterward.
Can you, since you've already touched it, can you try to turn it back on?
Sure, I'll go turn it back on. And I go to try to turn it back on.
As you engage with a couple of things flickering, parts of the machine turn on, others kind of malfunctioning, and you see like little dark spots as well.
Please make me chocolate ice cream one last time. Please make me chocolate ice cream one last time.
Roll a luck check.
The
Oh God.
This is the most important
This would be
moment of this guy's life.
the
Right
funniest
here.
thing if Sam's luck, insane luck,
High
went
The
through.
stakes
perfect check.
roll. All
One,
three
three,
match.
six.
You get your ice cream.
What? Sorry, what was that, Sam?
136.
136566.
Okay.
Does not produce anything. It attempts, but it stops itself.
No.
I'm going to send a message out to our commanding officer. Our second quarantine area is starting to be compromised as well. We are in a storage unit near the food generator. The food generator is malfunctioning. Next instructions.
They will ask you, or like tell you, if compromised is likely one of you. Unfortunately, you will have to stay put and hope that the teams in the pillars pull through.
Man, I just touched this machine too, so even if I didn't have it, now I definitely have it, right? That's how it works.
Selenor, with that earlier luck check, at least one of you had to carry it in here, or potentially it was interacted with from something else. Maybe it's coming through like the floor below into the machine. But there's a lot of magical stuff in this room. You had a vague awareness of like where everyone stepped. You're still being strategic, even when you entered the room with your allies here, still thinking in that kind of cold, calculating manner. Brian definitely, if didn't bring it in, has it. You look at where Basil has been and where Basil is, and look for any like magical things, whether it be like little connecting points that would glow a little bit, or have enchantments along them, and you see something near Basil, like a wire type thing that you can't see from this distance. But if you ask Basil to like look at it, you could see that it's also disenchanting, and that would have to come from Basil's proximity. But there's nothing around you.
I fear I have bad news.
I mean, you asked me to look, so I he asked me to move
So
aside.
yeah, once you look, and then I check around myself without moving, just kind of turn. I think either one or both of you are compromised now.
I think he won the bet.
Definitely 100%. Well, I can't make anything super spicy anymore, unfortunately. Is there another machine in here that I can make something with, please?
Please don't touch anything else.
It's all fucked. I need something.
Eat the curry that you made for me. I'm not going to eat it.
Well, I got still half of a sandwich, I guess. You okay with me walking back to get it? I'll walk back over here afterward.
Well, I didn't touch it. You set it down somewhere. Sailor has not touched it. You go for it.
I think Ryan's looking
Just-
around at something that's like not magical for Sailor to sit on or something like that. Just so
Well-
because it's spreading through everything magical. So if it's just like a counter that doesn't have,
Yeah,
thing
if there a counter nearby that doesn't seem to have any magical equipment attached.
It's also a thing of like, it shows up.
Bless you.
Thank you. Technically speaking, and you would know this, everything is magic. Like matter is magic. Is kind of world we live in. So it would transfer through everything. It would just it's apparent when something is enchanted, because it's like active living magic that is dying. I think it comes to a solemn thing of like, if Selenor is going to survive, he has to be allowed to leave the room, and his best hope is to find an isolated spot that's away from other people who are quarantining, and who are safe, and for the ones who are not safe. Like it's Selenor
So it's the
on
thought
his
of
own.
breaking protocol, even though they told us to stay put.
This is also true.
He wants to get back home to his wife and his sister. Basil, Brian, I need you to stay here. I need you to keep up appearances that I am here, and I will take
You're
my
the only person with a pad.
wrist reader off, and I will set it down.
you're gonna dip.
I don't want to do this. I really don't, especially Basil. You're the family members that I have met and fought beside of yours were very honorable. And I hope that the both of you make it out.
Okay,
need to find-
sure,
I need-
thanks.
You can tell there's a lot of struggle. This man is always like in the near 100 years of service that he has put it. He's always followed direction. And
Then
there's a lot of conflicting thoughts. I am going to go try to find a different space with less magic.
Well, the magic just wouldn't be what informs you it's happening.
That is true.
I mean,
I
if
will
it's just
have
gonna
to.
spread through everything at this point, there's nowhere that's really safe, right?
I think the hope was if they succeed, that it would reverse itself.
Let me give you this question, Mayor Selenor. Do you think that you are selfish enough to go hide and possibly infect a different part of the ship, or assume that you will be okay? Because even if you don't have it, which we would like to hope you don't, do you get it on the way out? Do you get it walking around? Do you bring it somewhere where it isn't? Can you make that choice for everybody else?
That is true.
Maybe we can, if just going somewhere else is a walk in the dark to know whether that's gonna save you or not. But what if we at least record ourselves as this is happening? Maybe they'll get something. Someone else will see the log and they'll see what's something that's happening that they didn't see.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if your pad's still working and you don't have it, then you can record us turning spaghetti. And then they'll have that and they'll use it for something. But the point is, I just wanted to remind you that there are a lot of other people that you could put at risk too.
That is true. With how much of the ship that we have seen that has been compromised, what's the like Salonor is trying to calculate his own odds.
Yeah. Right now, it's likely
And he'll look on his tablet.
yeah. At most, like 10 to 15% of the ship has been like a certain quarantine wings are like compromised. As far as you know, there's still a lot of safety out there. If you're doing the math about it, the hope would be that the teams on the pillars are going to at any moment succeed or in the next 30 minutes, an hour, succeed. In that time, all you need to do is stay not infected, which is less likely to happen here, especially if they start spaghettifying. Who knows how much quicker your transformation is if you're touched. Playing the odds, presuming that we get a win, but also presuming that the win doesn't reverse what's already happened. That's your best chance is to leave this room.
I think this is the first dishonorable thing I've ever done in my life. I am sorry. And he's going to use the pad to open the door, step out, close the door. He'll give a salute. However that is. And as the door closes, he'll say, "It's been an honor." And as soon as the door shuts, he's gonna run.
Make a luck check.
Rips.
Cool. Oh shit. Oh fuck.
2, 4, 5.
No fucking way.
Did he get it?
Good luck.
2, 4, 5.
Oh my God.
Your luck
Holy.
this session is insane.
Oh
So
my
is
God.
it just one
I'm
person each
stealing all
session
of
avoids Jesse's luck?
I'm stealing all of Vea's luck in the future.
You stole Bailey's
You-
luck. I was doing great the first time. Now I've passed
You-
it to you.
survived the mission with the highest casualty rate in MEF history, the highest irrecoverable rate in history. You know when things are going wrong. Things are going wrong now. You step out and begin to run. You know, like where you saw that last elf, and generally where she might have roamed. So you immediately make a choice, and you do see, 100 or so feet away. It's the vaguest shape of a person, but spread and stretched out in wisps. The form is not there, and it floats like a ghost, passing through things, but distance. You immediately go another direction, as far as possible. You are everything you have seen today, all the information you've collected, the different wings. You are certain of which spaces are going to be most safe. I'll also give you this. You run and stop and go back through the logs. There's a handful of logs that have been made. Especially now, there's like a huge influx of people being like, something's going on. I'm seeing this thing happening. The very first log in the ship is from one of the members who happened to be on that first squad who went into the pillar. A combat tech who, when he went on the ship, his name was Cameron, went to admire the the engines of the ship and like the nav, and noticed in the repair of the ship, in the rebuilding, they made a mistake. Now, that doesn't have anything to do with the current problem, but if things get really bad, there might be a solution there. And that is where you begin to head.
Yep, exactly where I'm going. I'm gonna turn on my video vlog. He's speaking all of this, and throughout he's going to address his grandmother, his great grandmother, so grandmama. He's addressing his wife, Ansume. He's addressing his baby sister, Aveanor, but Van, and he calls her his little peanut. And just try like rambling on about hope, about how we fight past death. We have to keep going. He is not going to stop until he can save us.
The ship being on quarantine right now, there is was more or less an information embargo for primarily for like public safety and like keeping up the image of the MEF. There are people who don't make it even to the academy, who have sensibilities of heroes, who try to go on MEF watch and show up and try to help out. So it's like one of those things where it's just like, when we're cleared to send messages, if this problem's solved, your log is like in the queue to go through. So when things resolve, even if you don't make it, that'll go through. When or if things resolve.
Those logs are magic. If that gets eaten, there ain't gonna be nothing there either.
Basil and Brian, the two of you left behind. What are the two of you like feeling, thinking, saying in the moment?
think Brian feels a little bit of a loss of solidarity, but also like understands why and does want to believe in that like best case scenario, but kind of just doesn't actually think that's what happened. Uh, and I think he's trying to make the best of it by enjoying whatever food is left, and then looks over at Basil and is like, "So if we're gonna turn into spaghetti, we should put ourselves in a box." Thinking
What?
like the fridge or like a cupboard.
I think the box will turn into spaghetti.
Yeah, gotta try. And that's where he's at right now. He's looking for somewhere
I'm
to put
watching
himself.
Brian turning, climbing into a box, and I got no more technology with me, so I can't even do a log or anything.
Y'all
Basil's.
have my watch that's still
Oh,
recording.
okay. If there, then I'm just in box, and I'm just like Ben, I did stayed as far as away as I could, but it's on waiting to see where you go.
I think there's like a voice from inside of one of these things he's looking through that he shouts to the watch. He's like, "Tell Kelsey to stay away from here if this gets to them. Tell my mom I love her and I'm sorry for making this choice. My bad. Uh, and tell Wyatt that I wish I could have been as cool as he was. And if any of you guys see this, I'm in kitchen 103 and I'm climbing into the freezer."
There's a lot that the MEF can imagine. There's a lot that the MEF can anticipate. Death, obliteration, irrecoverables, those are all things that can be anticipated. And in some sense, although uncomfortable to think about, you aren't shocked by what's happening in some part of yourself. The MEF is also a near inconquerable force. There's one time they've really meaningfully lost, and that was 9 years ago. And these are not devils of destruction. This is a weird edge case that, like every other problem, the MEF will figure out. This can't get out of hand, even if it does here, right? It like someone will figure it out because that's what happens. Whether other celestial planes get involved or other astral galleons, the problem will be solved, even if it doesn't happen on the Gallant entropy. And there's just that little bit of hope that whatever happens to your body, that the undoing of this effect that they're trying to do on the Pillars of Orders reorders everything, and it'll all just be a bad dream. There do exist horrors beyond the imagination of the MEF, though. The two of you, about 30 minutes later, begin to experience the first waves of confusion. Forgetting where you are in space and time. Feelings of numbness. Before the two of you turn, what are the final coherent thoughts as your consciousness begins to slip?
I think I'm recalling one of the conversations I had with my other dad, Rowan, who was uh, pretty against me sort of going to join the MEF after, all the events as he's not really a proper he married in Clover into this family and he was just like a scholar and not really related to MEF stuff. So after these events he was really against it, but I pushed for it and I got um Ven to help me convince him and I in my mind I'm thinking of that decision and I think I still don't quite regret following in my father's footsteps. But I think about him not having anyone else in his house anymore.
Brutal.
I think Brian feels guilty and also regretful that his mom will likely lose a son, and hopefully that his other brother and sister can make it back so that there is still people to go back to her. And it's just kind of like, I should have stayed home. This is clearly not the thing that I'm cut out for, even though he passed the MEF things and got this far. And so I think he is just kind of sending out his thoughts in fear that his brother and sister will be okay if as long as they don't get as unlucky as he did.
Bad luck, Gem 21. The last images we see in this session. The cell that held the patient zero agent. But once a transparent wall, itself now unraveled in a circle. We see a demon of a vile hunter, some cells down itself, fully unraveled and spiraling slowly through the ship. We see the floor where Sindri's apprentice's glove fell. Right outside of one of the medical offices, also unraveling in a circle. We see the chaos in your wing of the ship that you were supposed to be in as multiple people having unraveled and just thoughtlessly reaching out and spreading this infection. We see finally Selenor coming up to a closed door that you need to get through to prepare for a worst case scenario. And we'll close out